It is 4:17 a.m. right now. I have to be at work in like an hour and a half. I stayed up all night watching this episode. It's crazy. I don't have words. It's like, I don't know, I've been thinking about what to say since the episode ended like 30 minutes ago. And all I can say is that this is the most significant thing that has happened in cinema since I've been alive. Okay. So I haven't posted in a long time. It's been a long time since I've made a video. A lot of things have been going on in my life, and Star Wars has always been like a huge escape for me, and mentally it's just I can just go somewhere else sometimes. And as a lot of you guys know, I've been very disheartened, very dissatisfied with the sequels. Star Wars went in a direction that was aimless, and it was produced by people that were incompetent, people that didn't know what they were doing, people that didn't know Star Wars. They didn't really know or care to know or respect the lore and the I guess the direction that George Lucas intended for Star Wars to go. And as a lifelong Star Wars fan, this last episode, I believe it was called it's called The Rescue. I literally don't even know where to start with it. I was like screaming in the living room. We were watching it in there. I was watching with some friends. And first of all, the Dark Troopers were really cool. They really built up that hopelessness. And then I could talk about a lot of things, but what I will say is that when Luke Skywalker came in and he just started being who Luke Skywalker truly is, I lost it. I was like screaming. I was in disbelief. My heart was like racing so hard. Yeah, it's this single episode was better than all the sequels combined times 1,000. There was the fact that Luke fought like Anakin in this. We saw Luke not like easily going through those Dark Troopers, not struggling against enemies that were lethal to Mandalorians. And we've seen how I can't even talk right now. We have seen how lethal Mandalorians are. And Luke was just, this elevated Luke to a whole new level of heroism. I don't even know what to say, other than I'm just blown away, and I'm so thankful that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, but mainly Dave Filoni, has taken upon himself to save Star Wars. To me, this episode, to me, erases the fact, in my mind, makes me forget that the sequels even exist. I could go on. I mean, I could talk about. I think I need some time to like collect my thoughts on like what I even want to say right now. But I will tell you that this is the most significant episode that. This is the most significant, hour and change of cinema that I've ever witnessed. I never thought that I would be excited about Star Wars again. After the sequels, after episode 8, to this day, I still haven't seen episode 9. I refused to watch it. I know the synopsis. I have seen clips and I know what happens, but I've never seen episode 9 because I don't. That's not Luke. That's not Luke Skywalker. There's two major problems that I have with the sequels. Number one, how they made the most hopeful guy in the galaxy, which is Luke Skywalker, some hopeless hermit living in a mountain ready to die after he turned Vader back into the he turned Vader back into Anakin. So to me, there's no way that Luke is the way he's portrayed in the sequels. There's just no way. They completely just emasculated him, just completely disrespected who he is. And the second problem I have with the sequels is that the prophecy of the Chosen One foretold that not only that Anakin would bring balance to the Force, or the Chosen One would bring balance to the Force, but that he would destroy the Sith. And the sequels make it to where he never really destroyed the Sith. He just kind of made Darth Sidious go away for a while. And then Rey kind of is the Chosen One and defeats Palpatine once and for all. So it's unacceptable to me because it spits in the face of everything George Lucas built, of who Anakin is as the Chosen One, and it basically nullifies episode 1 through 6. It makes it to where episode 1 through 6 doesn't even matter. Anakin's redemption, his when he defeats Palpatine, doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Well, this episode of The Mandalorian called The Rescue almost makes me forget that the sequels exist. It was such, I never thought that I would be excited about Star Wars again after the sequels. I never did. And The Mandalorian has done that. It's brought me back officially. Because the right people are doing the work. The right people are taking over the helm. They are they're people that know the lore. They're people that know these characters. Dave Filoni was trained by George Lucas for 10 plus years. He's like a son to George Lucas. He knows what Star Wars is supposed to be. Unlike Kathleen Kennedy, unlike Rian Johnson, unlike J.J. Abrams. I think J.J. Abrams did okay, but the heart and soul of Star Wars was lost with the sequels. But this is, speaking of the sequels, I'm going to steal a quote from them. this will begin to make things right. And wow, I'm just blown away. Seeing Luke Skywalker come in like that, it's what any Star Wars fan ever like dreamed of and imagined. Like, it's every Star Wars fan's like childhood fantasies to see Luke Skywalker come in like that. And just you know, we've been waiting for it for so long. A lot of people since 1983. You know, I was born in 90, so I was introduced to Star Wars a lot later, but ever since I was a kid and I watched Star Wars for the first time, you know, that's exactly how I imagine Luke, you know. There's so much to unpack here. I could talk about Boba Fett. I could talk about the fact that Din Djarin is now essentially Mandalore and the ruler, you know, the heir to the throne, even though he doesn't really, that's not his goal. That's not what he set out to do. You know, the scene where he comes in with Baby Yoda, Grogu, in one hand, the spear on his back, the Darksaber in the other, and Moff Gideon in custody. Wow. Like, it just so cool, right? But Luke Skywalker was this episode. Like, Luke Skywalker was perfect. The way that they built it up, you know, they built up this hopelessness, like all hope was lost. And then Luke Skywalker comes in and just is that hero that we expect and that we know. I freaked out in the living room. I didn't know what, like, I couldn't believe that it could be this good again. You know, I legitimately felt like when I was like, you know, 10, 11, 12 years old watching Star Wars for the first time. And yeah, I don't know what to say other than I feel like this, like, I'm reluctant to say this, but I think Star Wars is fixed. I think if we can ignore the sequels and just make them go away somehow, this is when I saw that X-Wing come in, I was just like, oh my gosh, don't play with my emotions like this. If this is real, like, this can't just be, you can't just do this to me. You can't tease me like that. And then I saw the robes, and then, you know, little by little, and then I saw the green lightsaber, and it was just like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I honestly could not believe what I was seeing. It was just wow. I mean, Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, they outdid themselves. And they have single-handedly, and I feel like I can speak for not just myself, but a lot of other Star Wars fans, they have single-handedly put Star Wars back on the map. They have single-handedly reignited the spark of passion in Star Wars fans. This is everything that we wanted Star Wars to be. I don't even know how else to say it. It's so good. It was so good. And, you know, I've been really enjoying season 2, but I was reluctant to even, I didn't plan on making this video right now. I didn't plan on talking about it. In my mind, I've kind of been done talking about Star Wars because it's like beating a dead horse. Like, in my life, I've kind of learned not to have expectations about anything or anyone. You know, I've learned the hard way. There's people that you know, kind of, you know, people and experiences that will kind of do that to you. But, you know, so I didn't have a lot of expectations or hope for, you know, I was just kind of done being a Star Wars fan, honestly. Like, I was just like, you know, I still have all the books sitting in my living room and in my bookshelves, and I have the you know, the master replica lightsabers, and, you know, it's just kind of a thing of the past, and a lot of my other Star Wars stuff sitting in my storage unit. And, you know, it was just kind of like a dead passion. And wow, I mean, I don't want to say like I'm, you know, I feel the same way that I did many years ago as a kid, but man, if I didn't feel it for this episode, I felt it for the entirety of this episode. Like, you know, it was just a very nostalgic trip. It was so cool. So yeah, I could keep talking about how this episode made me feel, the implications of what this episode means, not just for the future of the Mandalorian show, but like for Star Wars as a whole, like the implications. You know, whenever Yoda said to Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan told him Luke is our last hope, and then Yoda tells him, no, there is another. I don't even know if this is this could be Yoda's offspring. I don't know. Like, there's so many implications. Implications for Mandalore, implications for Tatooine. Just so many things. But the main thing is that Luke, like, just seeing Luke like Luke should be, you know. That was just awesome. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna end this here, and I don't know, maybe I can think about other things some more and collect my thoughts. I'm actually extremely calm right now compared to what I was when I saw the episode. I was on my feet. Literally, I was just jumping up and down. I was freaking out. But that's all I gotta say for now, I guess. Just wow. I'm blown away by this episode, and I guess by the implications and by what the future holds when it comes to Star Wars. But yeah, I'm gonna end this now. I'm gonna get ready to go to work here in a little bit, and I hope everyone's doing great. Like I said, I haven't posted in a while. It's been, you know, my YouTube has been, you know, pretty non-existent. But I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope y'all enjoyed this episode as much as I did, and I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts. So comment below. Let me know what you think. Yeah. So y'all have a great day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. And as always, we out here.